Welcome back to French Toast Chopsticks Manga. This is Brian, and I did a little haul, a couple things. Because I was compelled by Manga Tube to get a IKEA media rolling cart. Now I saw some Amazon ones, and Target I guess has that, but I found one on at IKEA, and at first there was a turquoise, almost like a Tiffany blue one that I was gonna get, and it was only $30. But it was way too small. But right next to it in the self serve, they had this bigger one. It's kind of a sage green that I also like. I just didn't want a white or a black one like most people have. Want something a little different. But yeah, I did quite the manga haul. I went to Barnes and Noble, or as manga tubers call it, Barnes and Nobles, plural or possessive, not sure which. But yeah, I kind of broke it up into kind of some rando ones I got at the bottom. I got some slice of life type stuff in the middle, maybe a little monster fan stuff. Oh, and also some eBay stuff, eBay as well. And this is action and some slice of life as well, got mixed in there. So the first one I got, I got this at both Kinokuniya and Barnes & Noble, is Dead Demons Destruction. Who makes this? Oh, it's Viz. It's a little more spendy than most Viz. $14.99. I think it's got this cool flap in it and lots of color stuff. I guess it's about a post-alien invasion. It's by the author of Goodnight Pun Pun, which I've been meaning to check out. I hear it's kind of weird, so if I'm in that kind of mood, I'll get it. But yeah, I just got volume 1 and 2. Is that what I got? Yeah, volume 1 and 2. Know very little about it. The art looks really good. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so looking forward to trying that one out. I've heard kind of mixed things about it. Continuing on with Spy Family. I got at Kinokuniya, both of these, because I've been having trouble finding the earlier volumes. I got the first volume at Target, because Target's a great spot, especially if you have a red card, because they usually have their stuff 20% off, and the red card gives you another 5% off. So, but they typically only have new releases, generally, and usually just the most normie stuff. I think My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, what else do I see there? Oh, they had Kaiju number 8, but it was sold out. They have a lot of turnover at Target, I guess. It's pretty common. It's a good place to get manga, and people kind of caught on to that. They have a lot of space for manga, but it was clearly picked over pretty well. So I ended up having to go to Kinokuniya, who always has anything mainstream. Like, Kinokuniya's got a great selection. But anything mainstream, they're going to have it, and lots of copies of it. And they're constantly replenishing. And if you get the membership, I think it's $50 a year. I think it's 10% off anything. So then not just manga, you get your stationery, your washi tape, your figures, and they have some Nendroids. Like the one by me in the Chicago area doesn't have a huge figure selection, but a decent amount. So I've gotten a couple Nendroids there, which was nice to get. But yeah, so Spy Family, I really enjoyed the first 2 volumes, and it's starting to pick up pace. So yeah, recommend that. Kaiju number 8. This is one of the first ones when I started really getting into manga. I picked up Kaiju number 8, and I did a little bit of a review on it. I'm looking forward to this. This is the latest one. It just came out. I actually could have gotten it earlier, because Barnes & Noble, another pro tip, will put out new releases early. So street date is not a really serious thing for Target. They're too big for them to get in trouble, I guess. But yeah, so Red Volumes 1 through 3, looking forward to 4. Laid Back Camp. This should actually be down here more in the slice of life section that I put in, but whatever. Volume 8 is impossible to find. I found it from a third-party seller on Amazon for way too much. I'm spending $50. I read it on Kindle, but I will collect it because the spines. It's one thing I agree with mangakas. The spines look great. Like this and Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro have great looking spines. But this is one of my favorite series. Because I love camping. I'm an RV camper, not a tent camper, but I enjoy the idea of tent camping. But when it comes to real camping, I want an RV with air conditioning, heat, everything. But yeah, so I read Volume 8. and I had to go to like 3 different stores to find these volumes. There is a different Barnes & Noble from my normal one that has a much bigger selection, so I was always able to find 9. I got 10 and 11. 12 is out, but sold out everywhere, so I think this one's picking up steam, which is good to see. But yeah, so these are all one sitting reads for me. I don't need a bookmark for these. Not that it's impressive to read a manga in one sitting, but yeah, these I whipped through these very fast. Very looking forward to that very much. This is one I had no idea, but I saw it at Kinokuniya, and actually ended up buying it at the Barnes & Noble that's further from me, but has the biggest selection. Is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Color. I guess it's like a collection of some of the other chapters, but in full color. Really good color. Like they did a good job. Like you think they don't do a lot of color stuff aside from the covers, but they put some. Can't throw that on. Hopefully I don't have to edit that out. But there's some naughty bits in this. But the color looks great. So look forward to that. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is another one that's getting hard to find. I mean, I think even Amazon and stuff, it's difficult to find some of the earlier volumes. I've only seen the later things, so I got some catching up to do. That's the one that I started out not liking, but then read through 2 and 3 and started to really enjoy. So, yeah, this is a nice little. It's almost like having an art book to your collection, but the art book is also a full manga. So cool stuff there. I didn't see a lot of people talking about it, so I kind of picked it up on one. I think it was good. Here's one. I don't have a lot of hardcover manga. Soul Eater #1. The only hardcovers I've gotten is the one that, what's it called? Saint Young Men that I haven't read yet. But this is a Soul Eater. I know almost nothing about the series. Yeah, it's printed on very white paper, so it's definitely more collector-y. It's not like the typical pulp newsprint that you usually see. But I'm looking forward to this, adding hardcover. So yeah, aside from that, I have, the Junji Ito stuff. A lot of that's hardcover, and I enjoy it. But this is a long series to collect, and it's going to be a little spendy. Although, how much was this? $22.99 with 10% off at Barnes & Noble. So not too bad, about $20 for a decent hardcover with high-quality paper. So if I end up liking this one, this will be another one look great on the shelf. Like the shelfies for some of these. This is the one that took me to a surprise. I did this as a volume #1 first impression is Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. Bucket List of the Dead, the office drone who zombie breaks out and he's finally happy to not have to work. I can empathize with that. But yeah, I really like volume 1. Some people have been down on the series a little bit, but it took a little while. Only one of the Barnes & Noble actually had these in stock by me. So yeah, I got the next 3 volumes on that should keep me busy. I like the bigger format because the eyes aren't quite as good as they used to be. All right, going on to what I intended to be my kind of slice of life stuff is the series that kind of took me by storm, and I whipped through the first 3 volumes in one sitting. Komi Can't Communicate is adorable, heartwarming, pure. There's nothing bad you can say about it. It's wholesome as wholesome can be. The other thing I like about this, and it's almost something I would recommend to new manga readers, is it kind of follows the webtoon format of just 4 panels. So you don't get screwed up for reading, right to left and knowing when to switch over to the next panel. I was talking to a friend of mine who I recommended a couple manga to read, and he's like, I get confused sometimes with how to read this properly, so I can sympathize with that. But this is a good series. It's 4 through 9, and I think they're on 21 now. So looking forward to catching up on this. This will be a nice quick read. Could probably blast through this over this weekend. Silver Spoon. That's the agriculture school slice of life. What I like most about slice of life, especially these kind and the cooking kind that you see a lot of, is the research that the mangaka goes through to try to be accurate. Because some of the, you'd think a lot of these mangakas grew up in this sort of situation, but no, a lot of them have to do research. I was reading about My Dress Up Darling, and the main character does these traditional Japanese dolls, and he actually talked and worked with someone who does that for a living so he could understand that, and both that and the cosplay aspect that's also in that series. He wasn't fully enveloped in that whole scene, so he actually had to do work before he could even start his manga, and I'm betting that's the case here too. So this is a great little series. I'm really enjoying it. This one I don't know if I'm gonna like, but I notice it on a lot of people's collection tours. Is Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket. I think it's a reverse harem, like a girl with a lot of guys who are after her. But I don't know. It's another one. It was a spine buy. Is that weird to do a spine buy? Like this spine looks cool. Not what you would expect me to read. Something like this wouldn't draw me in, but the spine. Like when I saw people that had these all lined up in the spine, I'm like, yeah, I got to give me some of that. And I don't know why, but I like these little flippies. This art style, the very color was one of the things that held me back a little bit because it looks a little very old school manga, and I like more of the modern look. But the internal looks more modern, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to like this one, but maybe the wife will like it if I don't. Beauty and the Feast, another food-based manga. Let's see. Yeah, I guess there might be a little age gap between... Like, she is a widow, and she likes to cook, and this is a neighbor boy that she cooks for. So maybe a little MILF action? I don't know. I don't think it's too explicit or anything like that. But I love food manga, so I thought I'd give this a try. I like how you can kind of judge when these are made by what kind of cell phones that people have. But yeah, we'll see if this is wholesome or if this gets into the naughty realm. I mean, they're kind of accentuating the MILFness of this, but we'll see how it goes. I like the cover. This is one that one of my favorite mangakas. What's her name? Cake Tins. Did a brief haul video and just talked about the premise of this, and I found it intriguing. I'm a bit of a gamer, and I have a cat. Oh, she's in the background somewhere. Oh, there he is. So there's some games, and there's a cat. His name is Bandit. So it just looked cute enough. I figured good enough to take a flyer on a volume 1. This is an eBay find. I've been enjoying some of this Monster Girl stuff. Sort of etchy Monster Girl, naughty but not too naughty kind of stuff. Not gross, but maybe a little borderline. But this is by I believe it's the creator of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So that interests me. I got this on eBay. I think it's complete. It's just 4 volumes. Mononoke sharing. It's about a normal girl that moves into a girl that's occupied by monster girls, and they all really like her. And she's kind of she's got mean eyes. I guess that's a thing. They have the devil eyes, or she's kind of a grump, sort of like Miss Kobayashi a little bit. So you can see where the inspiration came from. So I read the first volume. I enjoyed it, and I definitely see the Miss Kobayashi vibes in it. So if you like Miss Kobayashi, I got this for like $25 complete on eBay because I couldn't find it anywhere else, and that's $25 that's like like 6 something per volume. Not too bad. Older teen, so it's not too naughty. But yeah, good condition. There's some markings here. I don't know if that signifies something, but 7C, so you know it's good. So yeah, I picked that up. eBay is like, if it's not some crazy sought after manga, just like an out of print manga that's not like super hot all of a sudden, really good and fair prices. Like I looked for Laid Back Camp 8, which is impossible to find, and I wasn't going to pay eBay prices because they were a little high. This is a weird one. Sports manga. Blue Lock Volume 2. I can't find Volume 1. It's I could tell just by the YouTube commentary that it's kind of a hot item now. So 2 just came out, so 1 is sold out everywhere. So I assume I couldn't find it. I went to 3 different stores. I don't want to pick up the Kindle version, so I can hold off on this. But it's like extreme soccer, like soccer to the death kind of stuff. So looking forward to it. I guess this falls under more of the fantasy realm of sports, not the realistic like some of the others. So I'll give that a try. What's the harm? This I got because my wife said she was kind of interested in, and the one she sent me, and this is a A Sentence of a Bookworm. The one she sent me was a light novel. I'm not quite into those yet, but I did notice that there was a manga, so I got it up to see if it's something she'd be interested in. Looks kind of cutesy and wholesome. So I'll see if it's good, and if it's good, I'll let she might want to check it out and continue on. If I can get her to buy some of this stuff, that'll save me some money. The other one, I think it's a Yuri. How do we relationship? Girl love. Kind of straight up romance between two ladies. Good for them. I'm interested in checking this out. This is one that I ended up finding, I think, at the Barnes & Noble that has the huge manga selection. Looks kind of pure-hearted and wholesome, so yeah, give that a try. And the last one was also an eBay find for cheap. Used Inubaka, Crazy for Dogs. Kind of a girl moves out to the big city and takes care of dogs. Yeah, countryside, big city, find a career. She gets a job at a pet store. And I love dogs. I got two. I got Fisk and Lute, or Lutefisk for short. You can tell this is old because look at how yellowed it. I don't know if you can pick up on the camera, but it's way yellowed. But I don't know. It looks kind of adorable. Looks old. Looks clearly an older manga. But I think you can find these pretty readily on eBay for very reasonable price. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. So that's God, that was 1 week haul. And that was I spent way too much money. But the card included. This was $40, not the $30 I was hoping to spend. But yeah, so far I've read some of the Monster Girl ones. I think my next thing I'm gonna read of this is gonna be Laid Back Camp, because I'm kind of excited what their next adventure is gonna be. So yeah, that was. I don't do them monthly. I do them kind of I don't do these haul videos once a month. I do it kind of as I haul, so I don't forget what I bought and when. So to kind of get a timetable on it. But yeah, got the cart, got the books. Good times. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.